This video was produced for Newcastle Disability Forum's No Steps History Walks project, funded by the People's Health Trust, using money raised by the Health Lottery, North Eastern Cumbria. When I was younger, I was routinely shoved out of the front door on New Year's Eve. This was not a comment on my personal hygiene, or the quality of my conversation. At least I hope not. No, they told me it was just because I was the only young, dark-haired male in the house, and so I was always slated to be first foot. Before I got turfed out into the snow at 3 minutes before midnight, I was handed various items, usually in a paper bag. These always included salt, silver coins, possibly matches, and definitely a dram of whiskey. Other things were sometimes included, bread for instance, but to be honest my memory is a little blurred. The point is, I was supposed to come in just after the stroke of midnight and trigger the singing of Auld Lang Syne. I was born and raised in the northeast, but it's clear that the first footing tradition my family followed was that of Hogmanay, a very Scottish thing, which is odd because my family has few, if any, Scottish connections. It seems that thousands of English people, up here in the north, get a bit Scots on one night of the year, which is fair enough. Did I mention whiskey was involved? The custom of first footing seems to have its origins in the Celtic parts of the British Isles, but we're not sure where or when exactly. It may be linked to the New Year festival of Samhain, which has very pagan origins. The fact that first footers are supposed to be dark-haired men has led to some speculation that those pesky Vikings might also be indirectly to blame. The theory goes like this. It was Scotland, the Isle of Man and the north of England that bore the brunt of various Danish and Norwegian invasions. The idea is that a fair-haired man arriving at your door on a dark night was not a good thing, so a dark-haired stranger symbolised, and perhaps invited, good luck. But this preference for dark hair is not universal. In North Yorkshire, for instance, a fair-haired visitor is required, but that's Yorkshire for you. It may be that the custom of first footing has been invented more than once, as several other countries do have similar customs. Greece, Georgia, Serbia, Sweden and Vietnam all have first footing traditions to do with bringing luck into the house. In Vietnam, the visitor distributes pretend money to symbolise prosperity and then moves on to the next house. In Serbia, the first person to visit on Christmas Day brings good fortune. There are many variations. Some magical symbolism must be involved in the carrying of certain commonplace items. A lump of coal, for instance, means the house will be warm and bright in the dark winter. These days, coal is hard to come by, but matches are sometimes used as a substitute. The inclusion of money and food seems logical enough. In some parts of the UK, the first foot is supposed to get a kiss from every woman in the household. Again, I can't quite recall if this happened to me, so it probably didn't. But the warm welcome may be part of the belief that the first footer's luck, good or bad, will affect the whole household in the coming 12 months. I should mention, though, that for some people first footing your own home is not a good thing. Well, first footing in any form seems to be on the way out, like so many other traditions. Perhaps it will see a revival this year, with fewer people out partying over the holidays. Simply stepping outside for a few minutes and then going back inside is about as safe as it gets. And let's face it, we could all do with a bit of extra luck in the coming year.